Why are you watching this video when you already know what you care about? You want a happy family life. You care about your health. You want to be a better person in general. And of course, last but not least, you want the means of life. You want money. Because who doesn't want money? However, there is a problem. People are two-faced liars. What they say and what they do are completely different. This leaves them feeling torn. They can't help but wonder, why can't I focus on what matters to me? I am Layla from ShutUpAndAchieve.com, and today we're going to talk about setting your life straight and how you can focus on what matters the most to you. You say you care about things, be it your goals or career or your odd passions, but something doesn't add up. You say you want to spend time with your loved ones, but you only do that when it's convenient. You say you need to make money, but the furthest you've got in that pursuit was hanging up a motivational quote on your wall. And despite the inspiring words urging you to not quit, you gave up as soon as the enthusiasm faded. The things we say are important to us fall into two categories, and there is some overlap. The first category are the things you say matter to you. These are things like your passions, your health, your success or personal goals, your career advancement, and the people or things you love. But then there's another category that we don't like to talk about. We don't like to admit that it even exists. And these are the things that matter to us but don't sound good on paper. This category includes things like keeping up with social media trends, playing games and watching TV shows, and getting in those 2 extra hours of sleep that you really don't need. Now, I'm not saying these things aren't important. You are the only one who gets to decide what is and is not important to you. But denying the existence of this second group is why people feel so torn. Despite the overlap in these two groups, the difference between them is obvious. For example, you may want to climb the career ladder, but instead of working, you scroll through social media, check your email, or watch YouTubes. What you are saying is that you want to advance your career, but what you are portraying is that leisure is more important to you. You may say that you want to get fit, to feel energetic, and prevent illness, but the crumbs on your t-shirt are telling a different story. You say you want to be healthy, but really, you'd rather eat good food. You promise to do your best to make the relationship work, but every time your coworkers suggest going out, you take them up on this awesome networking opportunity, canceling plans with those you supposedly love the most. You say, I want to show love to my loved ones, but really, your actions are saying, I want to boost my status quo. You wonder, why can't I focus on what matters? When in fact, you are. It's just that what matters to you isn't what you want it to be. What you say and what you do are in conflict. Many times, it's because what you say matters to you is really what you think should matter to you. It may be what people have told you should matter to you. Or maybe it's what the self-help gurus online said you should focus on. Other times, you really want to focus on these things, but you lack the discipline or drive to step up and make them a priority. To resolve the conflict, you need to set your priorities straight. What is it that really matters to you? You spend a lot of time on things that do not matter to you. So let's gain some clarity. You might wonder, why is this important? Why do you need to know what matters to you? Why can't you just let your actions guide you? When in fact, getting clear on what matters to you is like a guiding light. This knowledge helps you make smart decisions. Tony Robbins said, where focus goes, energy flows. And if you don't take the time to focus on what matters, then you're living a life of someone else's design. Knowing what matters to you will help you make choices based on what you value, not on what you feel in the moment. It tells you where you should focus your time and what opportunities you should pursue. Lao Tzu said, at the center of your being, you have the answer. You know who you are and you know what you want. Here are some questions that can help you find the answers to what really matters to you. The first is, what do you choose to spend your time on? Even though you might think otherwise, the fact is, we aren't aware of where our time goes. You get to the end of the day and think, what did I do today? You had been awake for 16 hours and have nothing to show for it. And that's why I love time trackers. I can go back and see what I spent my time on and where adjustments need to be made. There are a ton of time tracking apps out there. Personally, I use Rescue Time. There is a free option, and it works on phones and computers. One thing I specifically love about it is that you don't have to worry about hitting start and stop whenever starting a new task. Rescue Time takes care of that for you. If you're interested, I'll leave the link in the description box below. The next question is, what fits into your schedule no matter how busy you are? If you can find time at the end of the day to work on your goals, even if it's just a little bit of progress, then that shows how important they are to you. However, if you're completely beat, but still turn on the TV to watch that TV show, then you know that that's more important to you. The next question is, what do you want to spend less time on? We all have things that we spend way too much time on. They don't reflect what we care about. But for many, these are things like social media. But it could also be overtime at work, or spending way too much time out with friends. Take a moment to think, what are these things? And why are you spending so much time on them? Another question to ask is, what do you struggle to find time for? This question will help you explore the things that you say you want to spend time on, but can't fit them in the schedule. Maybe it's because they're not convenient. Maybe it's because they're not important. Maybe it's because you'd rather be doing other things. Another important question is, what activities do you feel guilty for not doing? And this is related to the previous question. You may struggle to find time to go visit your mother in a nursery home. When weeks have passed and you still haven't been able to do it, you start to feel guilty. The feeling of guilt is telling you that this is something you value, something you really want to do. Finally, ask yourself, what are activities that you believe should be on your schedule? I don't know about you, but for me, the answer to this question is exercise. I care about my health, but I hate exercise. This question made me explore ways that I can get in physical activity without going to the gym. All of these questions will help you uncover what is important to you and you are not doing, and what isn't important doing, but you're spending time on it. I'll leave you with this quote from Ella Fitzgerald. Just don't give up trying to do what you really want to do. Where there's love and inspiration, I don't think you can go wrong. A great tool that can help you see where you're spending your time and how you should be spending it is the Life Audit Workbook. This tool will also help you organize and assess your life in general. It's available at shutupandachieve.com. For a deeper understanding of how to define what is important to you, I would recommend watching the How to Set Priorities video. I recently rewatched it, and it ditches the traditional method of setting priorities and gives you a better way that actually works. This was Layla from shutupandachieve.com. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.